Cyclone Fani has made landfall earlier today and it is being described as the worst cyclonic storm in 20 years. The extremely severe cyclonic storm, or ESCS, Fani, has made landfall at Odisha's Puri. Satellite images show Fani crossed Puri coast between 8 and 10 a.m. this morning with a wind speed of 185 kilometers per hour. Fani is currently moving northwards at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour. 11 districts in Odisha have been put on high alert. Over 1 million people have been evacuated in just the last 24 hours. An Indian Navy P-8I aircraft and a Dornier aircraft are already in the air to conduct an aerial survey to assess the extent of the impact and damage after Cyclone Fani crosses the coast. All trains along the Kolkata-Chennai route have been cancelled. The Bhubaneshwar airport will remain closed till at least the 4th of May. 20 houses have collapsed, while some partially damaged in Andhra Pradesh's Srikakulam district. Let's go straight across first. Let's go first to Indrajit Kundu, who joins me from Bengal. We also have Ashish Pandey, who is in Odisha on the coast where landfall was made earlier today. I want to go first to Ashish to get a live situation report on what's going on there. We also have Manogya joining us. Ashish, you know, we saw the pictures you sent us earlier today. Have things gotten just a little better? You were there when landfall was made.
Yes, Shiv, I was reporting from Gopalpur of Odisha, and now I am heading toward Bhubaneshwar. I am just outside Bhubaneshwar, and I can show you how the cyclone and the high wind and gale wind created damage in Bhubaneshwar. You can see a huge billboard that's fallen that side, and it toward my right side of if I can ask my camera person to pan, you can see all these huts, all that structure damaged, completely damaged. We spoke to weather department. They have confirmed that Bhubaneshwar, particularly the smart city Bhubaneshwar, witnessed a wind speed of over 95 km per hour. And if we talk about rain, till 2:30 this noon, Bhubaneshwar received almost 14 centimeter of rain. That's a huge number, Shiv. Now cyclone at according to 2:30's PM position, cyclone is some 25 km away from Bhubaneshwar toward Cuttack. It's between Cuttack and Bhubaneshwar, and the wind speed is somewhere 100 to 165 km. So still the cyclone is in severe category nature. Earlier during the landfall it was extremely severe cyclone. Now it has subsided a bit, but still it's a severe cyclone. Is heading toward Cuttack, and further it will move into West Bengal, and from West Bengal it will go toward Bangladesh, and there finally it will see an end. Shiv.
You know, from Puri in Odisha, we've got Manogya Loiwal, and Manogya, we saw you braving that weather during landfall earlier today, and we're going to be playing out those pictures in just a moment as well. Things appear to have quietened down just a little bit right now. The worst is over at your location.
Well, I would just say that what it feels to be in the eye of the storm, I felt it and I've realized it today. Literally being in the eye of the storm.
Yes.
And this is Marine Drive, which is now turned into Marooned Drive because there's almost nothing here. The entire stretch has turned into a sea beach. On a normal day, you would find roads, you would find a metal road here, you would find people walking, you would find a lot of vehicles, several vehicles, but this was a wall just a few hours ago that has now been demolished. Nothing remains, just the bricks here, the remains of the stores or the local stores, as well as the other equipment that were here for several decades. But that's not all. It has absolutely been transformed into the sea beach. This is the road that I'm standing on that has now even turned into a beach.
Yes.
And the fact that nothing is operational in this part of the country, if I could say, because nothing is functioning at all. No telecommunication, no power supply, no water supply, nothing at all. In fact, the damages in the hotels and the private property has been so huge that it would take several days in at least recuperating from the losses and also ensuring that the damage is now turned into a normal lifestyle in days to come, at least for the people of Puri town.
No doubt about it. The eye of the storm is where you were when, when landfall took place. The cyclone is moving. The cyclonic storm is now moving at a rate of about 12 kilometers per hour in a northward direction heading towards Bengal. Indrajit Kundu also there, where the effects of Cyclone Fani are being felt very, very strongly. Indrajit, it looks like there's quite a bit of wind where you are right now. Take it away, Indrajit.
That's right. The impact of the cyclone is very heavily here in Digha, which is the coastal area of West Bengal. This is, the cyclone at this point in time is located about 200 kilometers away from Digha and about 350 odd kilometers away from Kolkata. But look at the scenes behind me. We are coming to you from the balcony of a safe location. We were there near the seashore about half an hour back, and trust me, the entire safe zone has now been inundated, and there is not a single soul out there who is out on the sea right now. Everybody has been evacuated, all the hotels. In fact, the hotel balcony that we are standing here right now, each and every hotel has been completely evacuated. All the stalls, all commercial spaces, everything evacuated. Massive gusty wind accompanied by very, very heavy rainfall. The Met Department of the North West issued a statement and they said that from an extreme severe cyclone, this has come down a bit to a severe cyclone, but nonetheless, remember, it's a severe cyclone and therefore no souls being left unturned by the administration. See that there is no human casualty. Therefore, all these coastal areas have been completely evacuated. Luckily, the place that we are coming to you live from, it still does have electricity, but we don't know as to how things are going to pan out even as the evening progresses, because the prediction is that all through the evening and midnight today, the cyclone will be passing through West Bengal and heading towards Bangladesh.
Indro, I want to stay with you because, these pictures behind you are very, very compelling. What about the preparations? How many people have been evacuated? What kind of assessment is being made about the possible damage? And what kind of preparations have been made on the ground in those areas in West Bengal?
These are cyclone-prone areas, Shiv, parts of Sundarban Delta in South 24 Pargana district. In East Midnapur, where we are right now, there are several, locations which are tourist spots, like like Digha behind me, and Shankarpur and Tajpur. All these tourist locations on the coastal area, they have all been evacuated. There are general, SOPs in place because these are cyclone prone areas, but specific arrangements, there are NDRF teams which are on standby in this area specifically for tonight, because tonight is going to be crucial for West Bengal. There are SDRF teams, so the State Disaster Rescue Force teams that are also on standby. There are additional police teams, quick response vehicles are there, because we can expect a lot of trees like these which will be uprooted and they will block a lot of interior areas, a lot of arterial roads. Those need to be cleared in case of an eventuality. Somebody needs to be admitted to the hospital by an ambulance. There are a lot of people, fishermen, hamlets out there. They have been provided with tarpaulin and plastic sheets so that they can cover themselves. And the government has opened a 24/7 monitoring room at the State Secretariat, where the State Chief Secretary and higher officials are monitoring it. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, of course, is also in Midnapur. She is holed up in Kharagpur. She's called off all her campaigns for the next 48 hours. And as we have been stating, even as we speak, operations at the Kolkata airport stand suspended till tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. So entire Gangetic West Bengal, Calcutta and Howrah and all other, cities and districts in and around Calcutta, they're all facing very heavy rainfall right now.
Okay, thanks very much, Indro, Ashish, Manogya. Please stay safe. The worst is not over just yet. Continue to report from there bravely. Your reports are live here on India Today. Thanks for the moment. I want to show you what it was like when our reporters were on the coast during landfall. Early this morning, in fact, just after the sun had risen, is when landfall was made by Cyclone Fani. There's extensive damage in many areas, no trains, no flights. Here's what our reporter sent us.
here where you see just the uprooted trees, it will give you an idea on what is the quantum of damage. This is one of those small uprooted trees. This entire wall was a wall till the morning 9 o'clock, 9:30 a.m. But the entire brick wall that separates Marine Drive from the sea beach has been completely demolished and has been inundated. This is the road that has now turned into a sea beach, and the entire stretch beyond this, more than 1.5 kilometer, has also turned into nothing but a sand dune of a sort of. This will give you an idea of the meters of heights of the sea waves that have been here. The entire hotels here have been destructed completely. Most of the hotels have shards of these glasses that are here inside. In fact, one of the rooms where we were staying in another hotel, we were there standing when the entire false ceiling outside just fell almost on us.
People have been asked not to venture close to the sea, but as we have been stating, we can see some curious bystanders here who are moving around, taking photographs. And my camera person can show very risky behavior. People are trying to take photographs out here, but we just saw just a short while back a police vehicle trying to caution people using public address system not to venture close to the sea. So this entire area has in a sense been evacuated, and fishermen have also been asked to not to venture into the sea. The sea condition, as you can see, is very, very rough at this point in time. And with only passage of time, as the cyclonic system progresses towards the coast of Bengal, it's going to be quite difficult, and therefore all these precautions are in place at this point in time. The administration not taking any chance at all. This is the region through which the cyclone will finally traverse and move towards Bangladesh. We are here in Digha. It is a coastal town. It's a popular tourist spot. But this entire, town and all the hotels that we see around us have been evacuated, and tourists have been sent out. So it's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. From now onwards, till about evening, we would see gusty winds. There has been intermittent, very heavy rainfall all across Midnapur district, where Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee in case is also holed up monitoring the entire situation. Let's just ask my camera person to give a sense of the situation in the sea. It's quite rough at this point in time, and barely any people out there. As you can see, there are some curious onlookers we can see here who are waiting here, and things can only worsen from here on, as predicted by the Met Department. We just saw a police vehicle just a short while back asking people not to venture out here. There are certain lifeguards who are also staying here. So the wind speeds are only going up, and as the cyclone reaches this part, it's going to go up to 90 to 100 kilometers per hour.
Extremely severe Cyclone Fani has finally made a landfall in Puri. I'm here at the landfall, in the middle of it, and we'll give you the clear picture of what exactly is happening on ground. The winds are nothing less than 200 km per hour. Even in the room, it is so difficult to maintain your equilibrium and of course stand, because the kind of winds and the entire velocity and the force of the winds will give you an idea of 200 km per hour. That is the minimum speed that is expected during the landfall. Everything has been flowing in the air, if I could say that, for everything ranging from hoardings, placards, almost everything. Even this entire area has been inundated with the sea water. With the sea waves are nothing less than more than 2 meters or 3 meters in height. But that's not all. The winds are blowing faster than ever, more than 200 kilometers per hour. The entire hotel room has been inundated with water. This will give you an idea. We're on the second, and we've been switching between third and the second floor for our safety from near to the sea beach, but a few meters away from the sea-facing rooms. This is the quantum of water that has already entered into the rooms. We'll give you an idea on how tough it is to be here. There's no power supply, there's no water supply, there's almost nothing that is operational in the entire region, no telecommunication. And with that, for the next few hours, the winds will be at this speed and there will be destruction beyond imagination. Because despite all the measures that have been taken, all the forces that have been pressed into action, this is nature's fury. Even trees are being uprooted and are flying like leaves in the air with a speed of 200 km per hour. The devastation that you see here, the boards, the hoardings are just flying in air like leaves, like petty papers. Not just that, the entire region has been inundated. Sand is flowing with air and it is entering houses. The destruction of the power of the wind is being seen through this cyclone, and this is just a replication, a reflection of nature's fury at its worst. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manogya Loiwal in Puri, Odisha for India Today.
We'll keep a very close focus on Cyclone Fani and the effects. The worst is definitely not over. There is damage, but Indian agencies are on a war footing for relief and rescue operations. That continues to be our top priority story this Friday.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.